Yo, 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 yo. Peace and love, peace and love. Woo! Another day, day six of 50, day 6 of 50. We are here, we are still here, we are still going strong. We're getting stronger. Actually, we're getting stronger. We're losing more weight, losing more impurities. We are gaining more clarity, gaining more discipline, gaining more strength. All right. Yeah, I'm starting to slim down. I love this shit. I love Slim Sugar Ray, man. Slim or Sugar Ray, 180, 185, 190 the most. Sugar Ray at that weight, that size, exercising daily is the best Sugar Ray there is, the best version of me. That's the ideal version of me, right? That's my highest self. That weight, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be on a journey to get back to where I am my best self. All right. It's sometimes we lose ourselves. Sometimes the journey gets tough, right? Life happens and we lose parts of ourselves. We lack the discipline, we lack the motivation, right? We're not motivated, so then we're not disciplined, right? But like you don't got to be motivated to be disciplined. But like whatever happens, we lose the motivation, we lack the discipline, and life takes us in a different direction. We become versions of ourselves that we're not really proud of, we're not really happy with. But that's the beautiful thing about life is that as long as you are alive, you are able to bring it back. You are able to get back, to reset your intention, to remember who you want to become, right? To recast that vision of who you want to have, how you see yourself in 6 months, in a year, in 5 years, in a week, right? How you see yourself in a week. You can always recast that vision, man. As long as you're alive, you got breath, you got opportunity. And so, yeah, I'm still here, man. I'm still here. And it's been a long journey the last few months, right? Of just striving to get back to this point where I'm in when I am in more control of my daily habits, right? Eating, sleeping, watching stuff, consuming, right? Yeah, so I feel great. Today we are 207 pounds. I weighed myself earlier, 207. I was 225 on Saturday, so 18 pounds in 7 days. And there are people who will say, yo, you shouldn't lose weight that fast, right? Like a lot of the fitness enthusiasts and experts would recommend that. And what I would say is that you don't lose weight when you fast. You lose impurities, the things that are not for you, right? Now, clearly, you don't eat for a very, very, very long time. You could be like, it could be real bad. But there are people who didn't eat for months and just drank juice, right? So, like, knowledge is important. It's important to know yourself, know what you're doing, and know what's best for you. Right, it's very important. And so I know myself, and I know what I've done before. I know I did 30 days. I lost about 40 something pounds. I did 40 days, and I lost about 50 something pounds. Now we're doing 50 days. We should lose about 60 something pounds, right? Give or take a little more, a little less, depending. Right. But I feel great, and that's one thing that I am always remembering. I remember somebody was like, "Yo, you look so skinny." I'm like, "But I feel the best I've ever felt." So who cares how I look? And unfortunately, many of us in society care more about how other people see us than how we feel. We care more about how we look than how we feel, right? How we feel. How do you feel internally? How do you feel in your body? I love my brother out. Okay, when we speak, he starts the conversation, every conversation. How do you feel in your body, black man? Like, how do you feel in your body? And at 160 pounds, 150 something pounds, I felt really strong in my body. Of course, I knew that I was going to eat again. I wanted to get my weight back up. I knew I wasn't going to stay at that weight, right? So I got back up, right? And then unfortunately, we just kept going. It didn't stop, right? I stopped for a while, and I maintained 185, 190 for a while, good while, couple of months. I maintained it, and then as things happen, as life happens, all right. But that's the journey. Is you practice it, you practice the discipline as part of your daily life, and sometimes you lose it, and then you remember, and then you get back. And I'm back, and we ain't going nowhere this time. You heard? We are loving this journey, loving this vibe, loving how I feel in my body. Right. So day 6, man. Day 6, I feel great. I feel strong. I feel clearer. Right. Definitely got some clarity around some things in my life. Definitely some, more strength around some things I'm experiencing, some more emotional strength, right? Physically, I feel stronger, right? Did a run earlier, did some push-ups, some pull-ups, some ab rollers, some resistance bends. Gonna get the rest of my steps tonight after the show. Do another, set, push it for 2. I did one set earlier of all of the things. I'm gonna do one more tonight. I'm also like gonna be patient with myself and give myself grace, right? Like, 'cause I got other things to do. Got to think. Can't just work out to exhaustion. Maybe I can. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. But tonight we're here. We're here day 6 of 50, 44 more days to go. And I was like, last night I was thinking, I was like, when I get to day 10, right, and then it's 40 days left. Like, I did 40 days already, right? And then we get to day 20, it's like it's 30 days left. I did 30 days already. Then when we get to day 30, it's like, yo, I've done this before. It's 20 days left. Day 40 is like it's 10 days left. Like, past my own limit, right? And by then, we'll be outside, we'll be in the streets, we'll be documenting for real, right? So I'm excited for that part. Like, I'm grateful that I'm able to start this fast, like this 50 days inside. Inside, a little more comfort, a lot more comfort than being outside, right? Warm, bed, all of that stuff. I'm grateful that this fast is starting different. This hunger strike is starting different than my last hunger strike. I'm gonna go back outside. I'll be outside longer than I was before, but it didn't start that way. It started with some comfort. It started with some, it's my birthday and everything is different, right? Like, every fast, every hunger strike, everything that you do, it could be the same thing, but it is always different because the pendulum always swings. Anyway, we want to ground ourselves, man. So you will just get comfortable in your space. Just take a deep breath in through your nose, allowing your lungs to expand, hold, and breathe out. Just allowing yourself to ground wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Just feeling present in your space, present in your body, present in your mind. Being aware that you are indeed alive. You are indeed able to think and hear and see and feel. You are able to do all of those things because you are alive. You know that your life matters. Your presence matters. Your gifts matter. There are some people who will not be who they are without your presence. And so acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge your journey. Acknowledge all of the people who have been there for you on your journey. Just sit in a space of being part of the whole, being part of community, being part of a family, belonging. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. And so tonight, very special topic, very special discussion. Tonight we're talking about the whole vibe. Tonight we're talking about the whole vibe. The whole vibe is Kamona's brainchild, right? She is a health coach, health educator, wellness coach, all of the things, man. Entrepreneur, advocate, again, educator, like around health and mindset and all of the things, right? Physical health, emotional, mental health, right? Financial health, right? All of the things. And so she created, last year she gave birth to the whole vibe. And when she explained it, I was like, this is genius. This is beautiful. And just seeing how in alignment, how aligned it was with what I was doing and what I was building and what I was actively building when we met, and then what I've developed since we met. And so when I launched the fundraiser, when I said I'm gonna do this 50 days of divine discipline, and I said, we're gonna raise this $50 million, and I'm like, what needs funding? So again, like, it's Continuum, there's Neurosoul Liberation University. I was like, but it's more than that, right? Not only do I want to be able to donate, right, thousands of dollars, right, $1 million to different institutions that I know are doing the work, like Connected Chef, like Echoes of Incarceration, like, and there's so many others that are really doing great work. They just need more funding. They just need more money consistently to be able to really like expand and grow their work, whether it's having more full-time employees, like spoke about that with Echo, just full-time employees, right? It's not always about growing so fast and having so many more people. It's being able to pay your team, get your team full-time, right? So when I thought about all of that, and I was like, well, Kamona, my partner, right? Like, she's doing something great. And like, she's been had great impact since launching the whole vibe last year. Like, she's having more great impact, right? And I'm like, imagine the impact that she can make if she had more money, right? If she had more money, she was able to hire a team, she was able to get some tech stuff, she was able to get a space, a physical space, and able to do more, right? Pay herself a salary so that she can freely function, not worry about other things and other ways. Like, imagine what she could do, not just for women, not just for parents, but for all of us, literally for all of us, Black people, brown people, and as a byproduct, the whole freaking world. What could she do? How could she elevate us, right? Through the whole vibe. So tonight we're going to talk to her about it, get the whole, what is the whole vibe? What does it mean? I heard that it's an acronym. It's a dope acronym, all right? Who is it for? How does it work, right? We got a few questions we're going to ask her, but she's going to jump in a minute, and she's going to talk, give us the whole breakdown of the whole vibe. Like, it's something that, again, it goes beautifully with what I'm building. It was actually one of the, like, it's 4 parts, so they're all important, right? It's 4 things that we're launching. All right, Continuum, Neurosoul Liberation University, the whole vibe, and Miss Juicy. All have their different strengths, their different specific ways that they're going to work together, right? It is, we're going to hear from her more so, right? But it is an ecosystem. It is part of a whole thing that we're building, that we're creating along with you all. But the whole vibe is special because, like, I think, so Neurosoul Liberation University, right? It's education, right? Specifically, and this education is going to be physical locations that people are going to be educating and learning together, and study groups and all of that stuff, right? But it's not really like, you're learning in community, but it's not really community, right? It's specific education, learning, neuroscience, brain, all of that stuff. I think what separates the whole vibe and what makes that unique and extremely important to this whole thing is that it's really all community. It's done together, right? Whether it's, we're gonna let her talk about it, because, like, whether it's Miss Juicy, Juice is like together, right? It's like, so it's dope. And we're gonna call her in. Moski, pull up, boo. Pull up, come through, come talk to me, come talk to us, right? The mirror effect is crazy, right? Because, like, I'm here, but you there, but you there and I'm here, all right?
We here.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Okay, you got your lips all glossy and stuff.
Glossy.
Okay.
And you're day 6.
And red. Yo, I'm on day 6.
Day 6. You doing
day
it?
6. You watching me transform?
Yes. All slim and trim.
You watching me transform? You've never seen me do a long fast.
True.
True.
Kinda.
No.
Not in person, but from afar.
Okay. Yeah. 2024 summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We've done some 3 days together. We did, right? But, like, you've never seen this long fast. So, like, I really transformed in this long fast. Yeah. Like, physically, I transform, mentally, emotionally. I get so much stronger, so much more clarity, so much more power. So let's get into it, though.
Okay. I'm right here.
Let's get into the whole
I feel like I'm getting out of the frame.
You good?
Okay. Yeah.
I ain't want to get too much of that other stuff back there.
Okay.
But you good. So talk to us, like, before you even get into what the whole vibe is, how did you come up with the whole vibe? Like what led you to creating this company, this ecosystem that I love, that people, as you share it more, people are loving it, right? And joining, right? At different levels, different capacities. How'd you get here?
Okay. So I would say it probably started in the classroom. So I would hear from, like, a lot of people come into my classroom. It just feels like so, like, home and, like, safe. They would come into my classroom to feel that whole vibe of literally, that's what it was. And even before then, before I had a classroom, I had to travel to different classrooms, and they loved the energy that I brought into their classroom. Like, so I would go into other teachers' classrooms when they were on their prep or on their break, and I would teach, and, like, they would just get pulled in. Like, it was a whole vibe. It was literally a whole vibe. it really was, like, not to, like, toot my horn, but you've seen me in action as an educator. Vibe. It's a whole vibe. Like, students, like, they just love the energy that was in the space, that was cultivated in the space. And so I want to go ahead and replicate that all over. I want everyone to catch this vibe, like get in it. And then the other reason for the whole, I would still hear people saying they don't feel whole. Like, this part may be going right, or that part. And as we know, the different aspects of health are interconnected.
Mhm.
So you can be physically strong and well, but like, or not well. Let's
Mhm.
say you're not physically strong and well, that seeps into your emotional health and your mental health. Sometimes your financial health, because you can't get up and do the things that you would normally do in order to generate that income. So yeah, with thinking of all of that, and I'm a health educator, so it just all came together. It's something that's been brewing as long as maybe I've been in existence. I've always been like a little mama and teacher. Like when people would come to my house, we would have chalkboard. Let's take a test. Yeah, that's what I want us to do.
Fire. And you said something when I think about financial health, right? Like there are a lot of people that we all know, right? Some we know personally, some are famous, right? That everybody knows. But they were doing really well financially. They had great financial health, but their mental health struggled, their physical health struggled, their spiritual health, right? Emotional health, and then some of them took their own life. Right, or took the life of someone else, right? They exploded, right? The term going postal, right? There are people who have great money, a lot of finances, financial health is pretty okay. They know how to balance the checkbook and do all of that stuff, investing and saving and all of that stuff. But then something happens and they kill someone, right? Or they do something else that it throws their whole life away. So we mentioned that interconnectedness. So now talk to us plainly. What is the HOVAP? Give us the acronym. Give us what it is. And then we're going to keep going. So step at a time. What is the HOVAP? Give us the acronym and what is it?
Okay, so the whole wellness hub / house of love and elevation / empowerment. So the H and the E are interchangeable. And so this is an entire ecosystem to help folks to elevate in each area of health. So physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual, and financial.
6 pillars.
So 6 pillars. Because working on one aspect of health and then neglecting the others, you're not overall healthy at all. You're not well. Like overall, it's an overall wellness. And that's when people talk about they don't feel whole.
Facts.
So a lot of times we like to focus on what's going right and we kind of ignore the other things because it doesn't feel so good. You know, growth is not comfortable, so we just ignore that, but it's still there. It's still wherever we are, there we are, right? So it's still there. So this is about integrating it all, bringing it all together. And so should I talk about you want me to go in further detail, or would you like me to talk a little bit
what problem does it solve?
Oh, it solves the issue of people being fragmented, not feeling whole. And that's why it's the whole vibe. So let's get into all of the aspects. Whether you're doing well physically or not so well with this, we're going to work on everything, but we're going to focus on the things. And sometimes, so need to make this clear. Some folks don't want to be whole. They like that. They find some comfort in that trauma, in that fragmentedness of it all. So this is for folks who actually want this healing. They want the transformation. They just need help because it's not always accessible. And some, like when I'm thinking about young people, they don't know everyone doesn't know what they don't know, right? And so just bringing awareness to it, because sometimes you just don't know, that is helpful. And then some people want help but just don't know how to get to it, right? They don't know how to get there. And so that's where the whole vibe comes in.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yo, no, that's incredible. Like I knew you, right, not too long, right? So you're in the classroom. So the impact you had. I think one of my favorite memories of you in the classroom was we were talking about consent, right? And I was talking, right? You brought me in as a guest speaker, and I was talking, and I noticed that there was a student, a young sister. She had her head down, and she was feeling something. And you went over there. You didn't tell her to pick her head up. You didn't tell her to focus. You went over there. You talked to her. You took out the classroom, like that care, right? Like that attention and attentiveness. I think is what has separated you from maybe other educators, right? And I think is what is going to ensure that the whole vibe is successful because you care literally about. So you as a teacher, you could be like, yo, you got to focus, right, for whatever the reason is. But like awareness, or like this person is not tapped in, like I'm going to try to force them, like that's going to create a disconnect in them, for us, for the classroom, right? So what's the best thing to do? What's the right thing to do is to go talk, come step outside, and what's going on. Well, sometimes not even what's going on, just take some space, right? I think that's extremely powerful. So we wanna keep moving, right? It's a problem to solve. You spoke about that. The fragmentedness is important. Who is it for? Like, who is the whole vibe for? Like, you know that there are some companies, there's some ecosystems that they're for only women, they're for only Black men, they're for only youth, they're for only adults at this age, right? They're for only people who live here. Who is the whole vibe for?
So when I first thought about it, because I'm an educator, I was thinking about our youth. Like, definitely, I just have a heart. I have a heart for the babies. I'm a mom, right? I was a mom before I was a mom, honestly. So have a heart for them. Then I started thinking, wait, who raises them, right? They need assistance as well. And then I was like, wait, who teaches them? And so it started like growing from there. And then I was thinking about just like our communities, like black and brown communities. It's sometimes like wellness seems like a far reach, or it's for this exclusive set, or it's so expensive it just doesn't seem like it's accessible. It's not there, and it's to make it more accessible for us, because we have been struggling for a while, and it's and I want us to go from just like surviving to thriving. Like, that needs to happen. It's like I have a heart, so like just seeing what we go through, it's it's a little, it touches me, and instead of just like talking about it, I'm like, let me do something. Like, it's time to step in. Let's do something. So
no, that's fine. I want to ask you a question, right, before we go on to the next specific topic with the whole vibe.
Right.
You asked me something recently, or you mentioned something about the whole vibe, young people, and neural soul, right? And as I was just sparked by the thought, because you just said something like, people don't know what to do. They don't know what they don't know. Young people don't know what they don't know, right? And you're just not knowing, right? Not knowing how. Like, how do I transform? How do I change? How do you see the whole vibe in neural soul? Because I see it like almost plain as day. Like, how do you? I'm interested in, how do you see the whole vibe in neural soul, or the whole vibe using the neural soul, or those two different aspects of this ecosystem working together?
So when I think of the neural soul liberation method, I think of who created it, right? And I know your why. And when I think about other methods that have been created and how it's been successful for different groups, right? I think like this is thought of by us, for us. Like, this can be really like powerful. Like, even when I think about something like, let's say like TM, right? Transcendental meditation, for those who don't know. And I think about how it has helped for even people in our community. Just think about if you have, like, you feel like culturally like rooted in this, like it's that connection. So it feels like more in alignment with you. I just think it would be like really powerful for us to know that, it's like food for us. It is. And that's
Black man who went through all of the trials and tribulations as a young person, as a parent, as a brother, absolutely. And I created something for us. Like, I saw something that worked for me. Learn some more, experience some more, learn some more, applying it little by little, right? As I've been journeying, right? Different way, mindfulness, visualization, teaching, seeing different people at different ages, right? Different intervals of their life, like benefit. And it's like, okay, like, cool. Learn some more things. All right, there's something missing. Like, and where that came from, I spoke about it the other day. NeuroSoul did the brain science last year, right? Brain Academy. It was great. Learned a lot more. A lot of stuff I already knew was reinforced. I learned some more like professional stuff about what I've already known. But then it was like, we're not just brain. We are also soul. And that's what's missing in most institutions, most structures are fragmented, as you mentioned, right? It's either all brain, all thought, all mindset, right? Or souls, or spirit. And it's like, we're whole humans, right? We are whole vibes, right? We vibrate wholly. And so,
absolutely.
Right. So I don't think you answered the question though.
Okay. What
specifically, how do you see NeuroSoul in the whole vibe? Like, I mean, you may have, I could have missed it. Like working.
Like thinking of the curriculum. There's a curriculum to the NeuroSoul liberation method, correct? Right. Like, so when the whole vibe, the thing is to have like hubs.
There we go.
Right? To have hubs in different communities. And so bringing the NeuroSoul liberation method to these various communities. Yes?
That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
That's what I was looking for. Okay. That's what you explained.
Okay.
Why it works, why you think it's going to make sense. It makes sense.
Absolutely.
But that's what I was looking for.
Okay.
Different hubs, because that's something that you mentioned. And the whole vibe, accessible, not just come to us, but we can come to you. When you mentioned about you being in the schools, going to different classrooms, bringing the whole vibe, bringing your vibe to different spaces that they may not be able to get to you for whatever the reason, right? So now we're going to go to our next topic, right? Next topic is, how the freak does it work, right? How does the whole vibe work? Like, you mentioned it before, access, but if you can give us like, how do people, like, I'm in Queens, right? I'm in New Jersey, I'm in another country, I'm another city, another state, I'm this age or that age. How do I access the whole vibe?
Okay, so can I talk about the 5 a.m. activation?
Of course, you can. We're gonna get into it more later, but you can.
So like for the 5 a.m. activation, I'm sorry, I'm looking there. So
no, you're talking to them.
Yes.
I'm just looking at you.
Okay, so for the 5 a.m.
Pretty and beautiful.
Thank you.
Sorry, I won't throw you off.
Okay, I'm getting out the frame again. So like for the 5 a.m. activation, I've been doing this during the month of March for women to come on and wake up at 5 a.m., get their day started, because we know that the successful folks, what people define as successful, like they have a morning routine and they get up early and get at it. So I made that accessible on Zoom. I could say, hey, we're going to be here in Brooklyn. However, I have lots of folks who are in the South joining in, right? They're not here, but they're here, right? They're here in the whole vibe activation. They're here. So when I think of it, I'm thinking of actually communicating with folks. So if you have a need somewhere, so when I'm thinking first, like nationally, I'm thinking of our spaces. Like I'm thinking Newark, I'm thinking Philly, I'm thinking Be More. Like I'm thinking of where we are, Atlanta. Like I'm thinking of places, but anywhere can say like, oh, this is like needed. This is where we pop up. We pop up and reach out to folks so they can learn a whole vibe method as well, right? So it's not like a gatekeeping thing. We want this to go far and wide because we need it.
Absolutely.
This is not about me. No, it's us. Us. Let's work together. Let's collaborate to get it out there. And then, did I answer your question? Because sometimes I'll be like, pew pew pew. Okay.
Yeah. We got so much more, man. What makes it different, right? What makes it different? I mean, and even right, we could go into it now, right? We spoke about we just spoke about who it's for, spoke about how it works. So you mentioned the 5 a.m. activation. That's your second activation, though.
Yeah.
In the whole vibe. What's the first one?
Oh, the first one is Miss Juicy.
Come on, talk about that.
Serving that good from hood to hood.
Talk about that. How? And we're gonna get into Miss Juicy more tomorrow. So don't give us the whole backstory of Miss Juicy. But speak to it specifically as an arm of the whole vibe.
Yeah. So it's pretty much like the first activation of it. Again, it started in the classroom. There were times where we did something called Enrichment Week, and it's about experiential learning. And so when, again, health educator, when it came to nutrition, I would bring in like, okay, we got a juicer, let's juice. Like, let's make smoothies. Let's do this. And so, students were like, oh, this tastes good. Like, and I'm like, you know what? This does taste good, because I watch students come in for breakfast, have Sprite and candy and cakes. And I'm like, because that's what's accessible, right? That's right there in the corner store. So that's what they would have for breakfast. That's how they would break their fast. And I'm like, no, right? Like, and so a lot of this is just born out of seeing it every day for years with students. And I would tell them. And so instead of telling them, okay, let me show them. And I would definitely say one of the reasons why the students would like believe in what I'm saying and want to try it, because there are students who would come to school, they would find a place that was doing fresh juices and like, see, like, look what I got today, right? Because they saw that I wasn't just saying it, like I'm living it. I'm not just saying it, like I'm living it. And so I will be the model. I will model the behavior, be the example. And like I said, access, awareness, like let them see it. When they ask me for snacks, I have fruit. They say, oh man, you always got the healthy snacks. Yup. But would they come in between class and come get some fruit? Yup.
Let me ask you, how important, because I've seen it, right? Not only talk about Miss Juicy, the first activation of the whole vibe, and you juicing, right? Doing fast and all of these things, right? We did back in May last year, 31 days of just watermelon.
We did that.
Right? Like we did that.
We did that.
Right? You've done water fast, right? So you also are not just telling women, wake up at 5 o'clock and you're waking up at 8. You wake up early. And I've seen you. I've been with you when I'm going to the gym. Right? I'm doing this work. I'm like, it's too early. Right? Like, it's too early working out, making noise, right?
You did say that.
Like, you got music playing.
You told everybody on there about having consideration. I remember that.
Or SR Daily?
Yes, you did. Very much. I remember.
Children are sleeping. Right? But I love that though. Like, so how important is it for you to be the embodiment of that which you teach, right? That which you share. There are some people who say practice what you preach. And I've often said, at least for the last 10 years or plus, right, give or take, I flipped it. Don't just practice what you preach. Preach actually what you already practice. How important is that for you?
It's really important. And once again, I'm gonna go back to the youth because they speak the truth.
Facts.
They speak the truth. I don't want to. I'm just gonna say it. So there are students who would they would talk to me about like PE. Like, why should I do exercise? I could tell they don't exercise. Like, how they telling me to exercise? There were students who wanted to join my yoga class because they said, you work out, like I can see it. I know you do it. Like, I want to join, like, just because I know you do it. Yeah. Right? So people buy into that.
Facts.
It's like they buy in is stronger. And even when I think about my own children, like I could get called out on something if I'm telling them to do this and I'm not doing it. So I make sure I'm doing it. Like I'm going to do it. And that's, and I was once a child. I know how you tell me this, but you like doing that. And then not really having a voice to say it because, you're talking back or whatever. So, and
that reminded me and reminds me of, I think I told you the story when I first came home from prison, rather when I first changed my life, right? When I first changed my life a year after coming home, and young person shot the block up, and I go to them, like, you can't be doing this. Like, what? You shot the block up. Like I was there. It's like, right? Even though it was years prior, even though I went to prison for it, right? Like, you can't be or you should be. It's like, the energy, I mean, I told you that energy in my neighborhood for some of my friends became, because I was telling them, and like I had lived a different life. It's like, okay, my life has changed now. Why so much love now? Because it's like us, let us, right? I don't become a authoritarian or a dictator. Like y'all gotta, you gotta, you need to. It's like, no, let us. Yeah. Right. And then a lot of the buy-in comes from, especially from the younger people, and seeing how I transformed my life, right? So
Mhm.
seeing meditation, and there's so many people who, whether they became fully vegan or not, there's some who became vegan, some who cut out certain meats,
Mhm.
right? Some who started juicing, some who's
Mhm.
different things, started meditating at home because they're like, yo, I see the effect on you,
Mhm.
right? And I know that you're doing it, and I know like what I feel when I'm around you, the vibe, right?
Mhm.
The love, right? And I know where you're going because I know for the most part where you came from. Even if they wasn't there, me sharing a story, they could see stuff, hear stuff, like wow, like and you're here now. You did what to get there? Like yesterday, I told Echoes that one of the things we're gonna work on during this fast is the World Healers Fasting Guide, and we're gonna put it. We want to put it in a book like this, right? Some kind of book like this. I love this color. I love the feel, right? Maybe get some journals made, right? But
Yeah.
the World Healers Guide to Fasting,
Yeah.
right? And then literally yesterday, one of the I don't know if they're the most unhealthiest, but one of the people who articulate often that they are not comfortable with where they are health wise,
Mhm.
right? More than anybody else in that crew, was the first person to be like, I need that.
Mhm.
Right? Because like they've seen me do 30-day fast, they've
Yeah.
seen me do 40-day fast, they've seen me do 7-day fast, they've seen me do all the different fasts while navigating life's tough experiences with my children, with breakups, right? With so many different aspects the last 5 years of life, losing friends. And they see me continue to elevate, continue to show up. And like, wow, whatever you're doing is working because you're still able to give love. Right.
Yeah. So that's another
Talk
part
about
of it. Like just being consistent, like consistently,
Mhm.
like even if you take a break, you back at it. Like that consistency is key. And people love, like there are some people who they may be disciplined in one area but not disciplined in another. But also seeing that discipline and just feeling like I could do it too. Like I could do that too. Like it's a possibility that I could do that too, because it's somebody that you can touch. Like they're right there, right? They have access to this person, like so they could do it. I could do it too. Yeah, and have that belief. Yeah,
you pretty much answered this question.
Oh.
What makes it different?
Yeah.
Right? What makes the whole vibe different than other activations, other ecosystems? Right? You spoke to the discipline, the consistency, right? Not once a week, not when it's convenient, right? Which what I spoke about last night. Not when you feel like it, like every day, like you spoke about this morning.
Yeah,
not feeling so great.
Cramping. I was cramping, but we getting up, we getting to it. And you spoke about it on, was it SR Daily? Like doing it when you don't feel like it.
Absolutely.
That's the best time to do it.
Absolutely.
You train your brain to say, I'm the type of person that does this.
Yep.
I still do it. I get up and do it. And it builds that trust in
within
you that
yourself.
you can get stuff done, that you're competent.
You rely on
You're
yourself.
reliable. Like you do this.
Now, do you see how beautiful this is? How that ties into continuum?
Absolutely.
And being able to envision your best self, and this is who do I want to become? Okay, I want to become someone who is healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, socially, financially. I want to become someone who does the things that I say I'm going to do. I want to become someone, go into the thing, you do the whole thing. You just said like, so then when something comes up, you don't feel good. Like this is what I do. It's who I am. That's deeper than just what I do. Yes, it's what I do, but it's deeper than what I do. It's who I am. Yo, this is dope. This is really like I really believe that, deeper than belief, I know based on how we've put into practice the things that we're sharing, right, in our own lives, and how it's transformed our own lives, how we've been able to help different people in our paths, family, friends, colleagues, young people in different capacities. I think like really marrying these two, right, like bringing all of this together, the whole vibe, when we talk about Ms. Juicy Moore, Continuum and Neural Soul, like I think what it's going to do for the world is something that's never been seen before, never been done before, right? Because it's really integrating the whole human.
Absolutely.
And not just as Continuum, right? Neural Soul is focused on education, focused on experience, right? Really individual education, individual experience, right? It's with people and it's going to be, but that's where I'm going to lean into the whole vibe to create those. Okay, now we got a group of people who have similar ideals for themselves, right? It's health, right? So now lean into the whole vibe, create activation. Like, yo, this shit is fascinating. Kamona.
I'm a little bit more to you. But yeah, it is.
It is.
It is. It's really, and it's needed.
It's needed now.
It's needed,
now. Yeah. So now, what happens, right, if we don't build the whole vibe? What happens if the whole vibe doesn't launch at its full capacity in the next 6 months to a year. And it's always going to be growing, yes. So it's like it's never going to be full. But what happens if we don't launch the whole vibe immediate near future? What happens in society? What happens to the world? What happens to our people in our communities?
I go back to our youth. I go back to our babies because they are that, like, we are borrowing like this earth from them. Like they are the next generation, right? And so I think like they need it. They need it. Parents need it. I talk with parents daily. Like I don't know if y'all see it, but our youth, they are struggling. I've never seen so much, and even growing up, I've been a teen, like so dependent on the use of drugs, like to just get to school, like just to get to school and daily, and seeing them look so, I want to say, washed in their teens.
Mm-hmm.
Like the life look like it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Lifeless.
It's really sad, but something needs to happen now, right? It needs to happen now because tomorrow's not promised, and it needs to happen now. It needs to happen now.
And what's the result? What's the effect? Like, really paint a picture. Because you spoke about, you talked to parents, spoke about this. But what happens if we don't build this? Like, what does the future look like if we don't build the whole
It looks like, if I'm being honest, us dying out real soon. Because when let's just talk about like hypertension and diabetes. You know how much younger people are getting at, like developing these chronic illnesses. Like now, it's not just what they're eating; it's also stress. Stress allows all of these diseases to come into our body. Like it's just looking for an opportunity, and guess what? Stress is that opportunity for everything to attack. Right? So, yes, it's going to be a lot of living folks who aren't living, who are lifeless, not really alive.
Existing but not living?
Yes. And people, like, so many people are in like these silos, like suffering. And we need to come together. When we think about like how different cultures, what's the word? I can't think of the word, but how it has been previously, like where everyone, like they help, like it's a community effort. It's not like you're going to suffer on your own. No, we're going to help you. Like you're a part of the whole.
Part of the whole.
A part of the whole.
And we need you to be whole.
Absolutely. We need each other. We do.
To vibe.
We need each other so that we can thrive.
And that's the hub, the house, wellness house / hub of love and elevation and empowerment.
Yes.
/ empowerment.
Yes.
No, I think you explained that perfectly. And like, I think my voice is lowered because like it's settling in even more now, right? Of the vision, the mission, and like how beautiful it will be, like once it continues to grow, right? Continues to exist. And I guess it's like, it's like if we don't build this, like what's the impact? We got work to do.
We do. And it's not like it's going to happen overnight. It's taking a lot of time for us to get here.
Yep.
But we need to do it. Start now. Well, they said the best time to have planted a tree was like 20 years ago. So now let's go. Let's go. We have no more time to be wasted. Like, let's go.
Powerful.
Yes.
And so this last part, I just want to give you some flowers.
Oh.
Right. First, thank you for caring about our young people. There are so many. Again, I was once a teen, and there will be so many adults, men, women, who would tell us what to do, tell me what to do, but they wasn't embodying it. Like they would tell us, don't smoke, but they're smoking. Oh, you shouldn't be drinking, but they're outside drinking and like having terrible experiences, fighting, and like they're adults, like parents and uncles and aunts, and it's like, what? Like, don't do drugs, but they're doing the drugs, all of the drugs, selling the drugs, using the drugs, right? And I'm sure there are many other people, adults now and young people, who have the same experience. There are so many people in their lives, parents, uncles, aunts, teachers, who tell them what they should be doing, what they need to be doing without embodying it, without living that. So thank you for being a living embodiment of the whole vibe of wellness, of love, of community, of service, of attention, right? Of all of that stuff. That's extremely beautiful, right? Like you're 20 plus years as an educator, you getting your master's, you're going through all of the stuff, you're getting certified in so many of the other areas of life as a yoga instructor, as a also certified business coach, business educator, or something like that, entrepreneur educator. What is it?
Oh, you mean educational leadership?
Educational leadership.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Like just so much,
Yeah.
right? So much that you've done, so much that you do, so much that you are, right? Just hearing some of what you shared about how you were in certain capacities, years ago, right? And how you've grown, right? How you've grown by recognizing like the awareness. This is how I am. This is the impact that it's having. This is how I want to be, right? It's one of the first steps in the neural soul liberation method. That is the first step, is awareness, right? So yeah, thank you for birthing the whole vibe. Thank you for having the courage to put something out there, right? The courage to launch Miss Juicy when you did, right? Again, it wasn't your ideal. You got a bigger vision. We're gonna get into that tomorrow, right? But you put it out.
Yeah.
You put it out, and you still put it out. You're making juice, and you're showing up. You're making juice for different events. You're making juice. You're bringing it to people. You brought it to different doctors, different people in your family, right?
Just sisters I just met that I know need it. Like, I'm getting it to you.
The 5 a.m. activation is one thing to wake up yourself and work out, but to then be accountable to others, right? To say, no, we're doing this together. And I think one of the challenges, right, like for me, is the wake up same time, right? Clearly, I've done it. I've done it for periods of time, but like that's the next step in mine, right? So seeing that is like, I feel like challenged in a way to like get back up, and whether it's 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. for men, meditation, right? Not so much the movement, right? But the mindfulness to wake up and sit still before we head out the door, before our children wake up, right? Like as fathers, as men, right? Before our spouses wake up, just before we get into the day, right? So like I'm feeling called to launch an activation under the whole vibe for our men.
I'm talking about
for the brothers to wake up and meditate, wake up and breathe, wake up and make time for yourself. Because as men, a lot of times we don't have that. It's always other people, right? Like especially quote unquote good men who don't take care of everyone else. The wife, the children, the mother, the father, the siblings, the community, the job. It's time for you, which is why so many men struggle with mental health. Mental and emotional health issues. They make something, right? Those who are working, right? They make money, they're able to provide, but then that awareness of self, that attention to self. So yeah, thank you for being who you are, for inspiring me, right? For lifting up our young people, right? Brother said earlier, holding it down, but also lifting up and holding up, right? Picking up and like shining a light on what's possible, right? What's needed, and being the whole vibe.
Thank you. And I want to thank you for lighting a fire under my ass. If it wasn't for you, like launching Continuum, the Neural Soul Liberation Method. Yes, I did the whole vibe, but I didn't really put it out there. But now, out there. And thank you.
Is it, do you feel like, is it because I said it in the thing and I put it out there and said, this is what we're going to fund?
No, because I did the 5 a.m. activation before that. And that was no, it was just you working, like watching you work. And I'm like, girl, you better, like, I felt called and challenged, like, you step your shit up. And excuse me.
You can cuss.
It's okay. That's me.
It's you too.
It's me.
Okay.
But it's me. So thank you for being who you are. Because I do feel like we are a reflection of each other. Like we definitely help to elevate one another. So we are a whole vibe.
We're a whole vibe.
We
and
really
people
are.
say it. We've been out together dancing, like y'all energy, the way y'all dance and move, and I think somebody said at one point they thought we were together for a long time.
We were.
I mean,
we just found our way back to each other.
Yeah, she's esoteric. You gotta love it. Yeah. But listen, man, thank you. Tomorrow we get into Miss Juicy.
Hey.
Tomorrow we talk more about Miss Juicy. Yes. The vision, the mission, what you've done so far with the bigger. You gotta adapt. I love the whole vibe. I love the whole vibe. But before it was the whole vibe, you told me about Miss Juicy, and that was like I was on your ass.
Yeah.
Last summer, come on.
Yeah.
Like, Miss Juicy is. I can't wait till y'all hear more about Miss Juicy.
Yeah.
We're gonna clip some of these videos tonight. We're gonna put them up tomorrow, right? They gotta see us together, smiling and laughing and looking at each other, right? But yeah, Miss Juicy tomorrow. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank
Appreciate
you. Thank you for having
Let's
me.
keep pushing, keep building.
Absolutely.
Let's get this work.
Yes. And you gonna tell them? Like, share this.
Yes.
And donate and talk to your people about it, because this is needed and we need help. That's why we're on here. We can't do it alone.
Yes. Teamwork.
Yes. Teamwork.
Everybody got different parts to play.
Absolutely. Right? Do what you can.
Do what you can.
Absolutely.
Do what you can. Do as much as you can.
Yes.
Right. And final question every night. What is one thing you're willing to discipline yourself around? What's one area in your life right now that you know you need more discipline in and you're willing to do it? I've been asking the question the last 3 days. You ain't answer.
So I've been thinking about it.
You ain't answer.
The thing is that I'm disciplined in certain areas. So I'm like, let's not think about like the easy things, right? Because it is kind of easy for me to get up at 5 a.m. It is easy for me like to not eat this and do that. So what is not easy, and I don't know if that means what I'm giving up, is me being more out there and being more vulnerable and like showing who I truly am.
So what's the discipline?
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. What is the discipline? Is it me being consistently each day sharing more of myself? And then I think about what that looks like, right? Because, vulnerability is a thing for me, but like it's a whole vibe, right? So you need to know more about me so you can, trust more. Yeah, you can see some things, but who are you really?
Yep.
Right.
So, absolutely. Yeah. And the one thing for me consistently is bedtime, wake up time. Right, bedtime, wake up time. Went to bed later than I wanted to last night. Woke up this morning later than I wanted to, but I still got out there. And although I didn't do a 30-minute walk, I did a 10-minute walk. I walked up the block, 2 blocks, and I walked back. And that felt good. And I was right before the show. I got back at 8:58. Right? Like I had to take my shoes off. Yeah. But I did it because I said I would, and I was committed to it. Right?
With that saying, do what you said you will do.
Yo, so tough.
You are incredible.
So tough.
Be epic. Let's go.
That's so necessary. Listen, I love you guys. Share this. Contribute. Join us in this mission, in this effort to build the future of human becoming, human development, and human transformation. Right? Human transformation, human development, human becoming. Together we rise. Together we shine. Together we heal. Together we a whole vibe, man. So let's take care of us. Contribute $10, $5, $100. Somebody gave $3 yesterday. Share this fundraiser. Share this live, right? Share the clips when they come out with your friends, with your family, with your co-workers, with your network. Talk about this. Get it buzzing, because we're gonna talk about it more. We're gonna create some more stuff to put in the street, some stickers or something like that. As the weather's breaking and we're gonna be outside anyway. So like I'm gonna be outside. She's gonna be outside sometime, right? She's hanging out. All right, she gonna hang out. She gonna hang out a little bit. We'll have a great night. Join us tomorrow, 9 p.m. We're going to talk about nutrition. We're going to talk about juice. We're going to talk about how juice impacts the body and the access to it and all of the things that she got planned for Miss Juicy. We're going to talk about how it integrates into the whole vibe, how it integrates into Neural Soul Liberation University, and how it integrates into Continuum. And thank you. Have a great night. Peace and love.
Be great. Make it a great one.